All right, welcome. I have with me right now Miss Global Cambodia, Pualina Yos. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
Thanks for having me here.
No, it's an honor for us to have you here on Radio One. For those that don't know who you are, can you please give us a little bit of introduction, background, and what you currently are doing here in Cambodia?
Okay, well, as you know, my name is Pualina. I am Miss Global Cambodia of 2017. I'm currently here on my world tour, just doing a lot of charity work, visiting schools, and just exploring Cambodia for the second time around, since the first time I was competing, so I didn't really get the chance to explore the way that I am right now. So yeah.
Okay, great. So yes, for those that don't know, you actually came here last year. Was that correct?
Yes, I came here for the first time last year.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience coming here back to Cambodia?
So the second time right now coming back to Cambodia is, again, doing charity work and just being able to dig a little deeper into my roots, because I didn't really get the chance to, do that the first time around, since I was competing for Miss Global on my first trip last November. So yeah, and that was a great experience too. It was actually my first time competing for an international title.
Right.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges that you were facing when you actually competed with international?
Oh man. So I know that my walk is terrible, but I laugh at it when I look back.
Okay.
But I didn't really have a coach, like an actual walking coach or someone who has the experience to teach me how to walk properly, like every other contestant who, had their own managers or had their own coach that obviously knew how to, teach them how to walk and things like that. But as for me, I had absolutely none. So that is why I walked the way that I did during the competition. I had to learn on my own. And I'm not really a pageant girl, so doing this for the second time, especially internationally, since my first competition was actually in Boston it was for Miss Cambodian American in 2016, which led me here for the first time last November to compete internationally. So from that experience on up into the competition last year, I still didn't have enough experience to walk, which is why my walk wasn't, as good as I wanted it to be, but it's okay. So, you got to look back and laugh at yourself.
Right.
And that's exactly what I did. And I can walk better now, but during the time, I didn't know how.
Okay. I think for most girls, it's one of their dreams to actually be at the top of the stage, to be on stage, and to be idolized. Can you give us a little bit of a background? Why did you enter into the pageant? Was it one of your dreams to be involved in the pageant?
It wasn't a dream to be a part of the pageant, but it was a dream to come to Cambodia. So when I first heard that the 5th year anniversary of Miss Global was going to be taking place in Cambodia, that kind of got me super excited. And I have to thank my aunt for this, because she actually entered me into the competition and then just told me about it. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then she goes, oh, well, it's in Cambodia. And I was like, wait, what?
Right.
So I took the chance from there, and here I am now.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't have any regrets at all.
Okay.
I feel like it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, because it got me here, to Cambodia, and to see what Cambodia is all about, since my family is from here, and I want to learn more about it. And since this is the second time being here, I got the chance to really, dig deep.
The first time you came here, what was your level in terms of speaking Khmer?
Oh my God. It wasn't too well speaking. Like, I have a hard time just talking. I mean, I know the basics, but that's just it. I can understand it. Aside from understanding it, I don't really know how to speak it. And this is just during the first time I was here.
So what would you say your level would be? 1 to 5?
Wow, from 1 to 5.
Or maybe 1 to 10?
Okay, so 1 to 10. Okay, first time. I would probably give myself like somewhere between a 4.5. to a
3.
5.
So
or maybe
3.
a 4.
A 4,
0.5.
okay.
I'll give myself a little credit.
Okay, so that was the
for
first year.
understanding the first
Right.
year. 4.5 for the first year.
So this is your second time. What would you rate yourself now?
I would give myself a 7.
Okay.
A solid 7. It's not a 10 yet, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So.
Yeah, a 7 sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So can you say something in Khmer?
What would you like me to say?
Normal greetings.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there is Jamriap Sua and Sus Day and Sok Sabai
Right.
and things like that. The basics.
And then how about if you go you go to the market and they said, "Oh, it's $30." Then you would reply back, "Oh, thlai na."
Yeah, I would probably say something like that. I would say, "Meko tlai Malay."
Okay. Yes, you're
But
right.
I'd be joking around. I would joke about that, but you know.
Okay, I do have to agree. Yes, you do deserve a 7. So
Yes.
we're working on getting it to a 10.
Thanks.
That will take more time.
Thanks a lot for that.
So coming, this is your second time coming to the trip. You mentioned about some of the charity work. Were there any some of the charity work that you enjoy, that you want to come back and you want to spend time with it? Please elaborate on some of the charity work that you've done here in Cambodia.
Yeah, I went to a lot of schools in different provinces. I went to over 10 provinces so far, and I would say my favorite one. Actually, there's 2, but no, I still have to choose one between the 2. So I guess you could say between the 2 of my favorites, it would have to be the Coconut School,
Oh, okay.
Westline Educational Group. That's definitely one of my favorites for sure. And the reason for that is because I just felt like it was just really comfortable. Not that it wasn't for the other schools that I went to go and visit and speak to, but there's something about the students in this school that made me feel the most comfortable, I should say. And then from there, I was able to really be myself. Not that I wasn't being myself, but I get to really walk around and laugh and not be too serious with them. I guess that's the reason why I feel a little more comfortable with them. And they are so sweet. They gave me like 2 or 3 different pictures in a frame of myself, and when you look really, really close, they're actually really, really small pictures of myself from Facebook and Instagram that they grabbed, and that kind of like created a full picture of myself. From
Oh,
there. So
nice,
that's
nice.
really, really sweet. So I really thought that was really nice of them to do that for me. They inspired me a lot. Yeah.
That's ironic because usually being yourself of this stature and this level, usually your people are looking up to you to inspire them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, can you give me a little bit? Don't worry, it's recording.
Oh.
Yeah. What does it feel? What does it mean to basically hold the title and to be able to represent for the Kingdom of Cambodia as Miss Global Cambodia?
Oh man, it's absolutely incredible. There's no other feeling like this at all. Like, this is like the best experience I've had in my life so far, thus far. And it's definitely an honor. And there are a lot of women who, Cambodian women, who would want to have this title and to use this platform for great purposes. But especially coming from America, it's kind of hard because I have people, kind of saying things about how just because I don't know Cambodian or know how to speak Cambodian doesn't really make me a true Cambodian woman. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I won't really comment too much on that. I'm not going to say anything. But I'm just going to say that, I really am grateful to be able to use this platform and spread the word and really help Cambodia, especially the kids. I'm here for the kids and for the young girls. And I'm here to basically help them own their voices and to gain their confidence back. Because I grew up struggling myself. I was bullied majority of my life, actually. And one main reason for that is me being tall. It's as simple as that. But that seems to be the problem, especially for Asians or just Cambodians in my community where I grew up. So that was really hard and difficult for me, and I had to overcome that, and that took up until maybe I was 16 years old, from 5 years old until 16. That's actually a long time.
Right.
Yeah, so
11 years.
yeah, I felt alone, like, for the most part too, since my parents were always working, and I would only be at home with my grandparents. So it was hard. I can't say that it's the most difficult, childhood growing up and being bullied like that, but I'm not saying that it's easy either. We all have different situations that we go through, but the pain is the same,
right.
So, and I want to be able to uplift the kids and the young girls here and let them know that it's okay. We're going to go through challenges, but you just have to take them because, the journey is the reward. And once you get to the top, after being able to accept everything for what it is, you never know what can happen. Just for me, I have to think positive all the time, no matter when things are rough,
When things aren't going right.
Yeah, exactly. And when you continue to think positive, you're going to attract more positive things, regardless, like I said,
Okay.
if you're going through certain things or not. And look where I am now. I'm in Cambodia. I'm here, and I couldn't be more thankful and grateful for this experience and for being able to use my platform for a good cause.
Awesome. That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
There is also, from what I hear, that there is you're returning. You're coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back probably somewhere between 5 to 6 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super elated. I definitely can't wait to come back because this second trip, especially being able to explore, more provinces and do my own thing kind of while working. But, working out here and speaking, in front of the students at different schools, I don't find that, I don't find that boring at all. It's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking to kids. I enjoy talking to young girls. So it's more of me doing what I love, and that's how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to do what you love and love what you do. And that's basically what I'm doing, and I feel so grateful for that. So when I'm back here within the next 5 to 6 months, I'm definitely going to be staying probably around maybe 3 to 4 weeks again. And I'll probably be helping out with finding the next, Miss Global Cambodia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, can you give us some information about this event that's coming up 5 to 6 months from now?
Yeah, so Miss Global Cambodia is going to be coming back. We're going to find a brand new winner. I'm going to pass my crown down to the next girl. So I will be one of the judges as well. So I'll be keeping my eyes open and, getting to know the girls when they're here. There should be about 30 of them. We're going to do 15 Cambodian girls from America or just from other countries.
Other countries.
You can be half and half. You can be mixed with Cambodian as long as it's 50% Cambodian, and then 15 girls from Cambodia so that we can have a fair trade. We don't want to just I feel like it might be a little unfair if we just get girls from Cambodia or just girls from, different countries outside of Cambodia, so that's why we're splitting it.
All right. I don't think that anyone has ever done a pageant like this. Yeah, to be able to organize
it's amazing.
Contestants that are locally based here and also contestants that are outside from abroad to compete here.
And the fact that they don't have to be 100% Cambodian.
Right.
But of course, it would be great if they were, but them being half is okay too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. The contestant that you mentioned, it sounds like there will be some mutual bonding, some mutual sharing of information.
Of course.
Because most of them will almost be like you. They don't speak Khmer.
Right.
Is that correct? So when they come here, they're going to learn a lot of Khmer.
Yeah, they're going to be just like me.
Right.
Because coming here, I didn't really, not that I didn't know how to speak Khmer. It's just, I used to speak it when I was a lot younger, when my grandparents watched me.
Right.
But, being in America, you can only learn so much from, your grandparents or from your parents when you're home. But when you're at school, you have to speak English. So
right.
it's mandatory to speak the English language in America. It's so important to learn how to speak that. So I had a challenge right there to speak English and to speak Khmer. But for me, since my parents weren't really home from constantly working all the time, ceaselessly, I had to basically, focus on school and things like that. And I was always alone, so there's also that. My grandparents talk to me when they feel like they have to, but other than that, it's just me.
I agree. I think that's a major challenge for contestants that are coming from abroad.
Right.
I think it's also another challenge as well too for the local contestants because they don't speak English.
Exactly. And you know what? It's out of their control. It's not their fault that they can't speak, Khmer. For me, I can't blame my parents for not being here for me. They're doing their job still, but they need to make the money. While I was young, they needed to make the money. That's what they were focused on, just working and surviving.
Yeah.
And, having a roof over our head. So I was young. I didn't really understand much anyway of why they worked so much up until now. Like, I definitely understand now more than ever. And it's just to support me. I was, their only child during the time before, because I have 4 other siblings, but this is when, I was about 5, 6 years old, 4 or 5, 6 years old, and they weren't always home. So that's the reason for me not being able to learn as much as I should. But that doesn't mean that I forgot how to speak it. I do understand it a lot. I understand it more than speaking it. So, if I come back to Cambodia more often, maybe I'm going to really know how to speak Khmer fluently. Okay.
So whoever the winner is for this year Miss Global Cambodia 2018, she will go and compete for the international title for Miss Global with Miss Global organization. So if we have a local contestant and she doesn't speak English, that's going to be another challenge.
Right.
If we have a contestant that wins that is coming from abroad, she needs to learn Khmer to be able to captivate the audience, to be able to represent for Cambodia. So you have 2 different contestants that are coming from different world that needs to learn from each other in order to be able to represent for Cambodia and compete internationally.
Exactly. And I feel like, when I came here to Cambodia for the first time, like I said, I didn't know how to speak much of Khmer at all. But I learned from people, and it's not just from other contestants. Plus, they weren't Cambodian. They weren't Cambodian like me. But I learned from just hearing other people talk and picking it up from there and having, my director speak Cambodian to me too and teaching me as well. So that's basically how I learned more. And, for whoever comes to Cambodia to compete that's outside of Cambodia, coming from whichever country they're going to come from, I think that people should really loosen up on them a little bit because they could be just like me, They won't be able to speak much Cambodian or understand much just like me. So, but it's not our fault, and I don't want to blame the parents either because, like I said, they're busy. They could be busy. We can have similar situations, and if their parents don't speak much of Khmer and they mainly speak English, or if they're mixed with something else and they learn more of that, that's just how they were raised. It's not their fault that they don't know much about the Cambodian, ethnicity, but at least they're coming here to Cambodia to compete because that means that they want to learn and that they want to know more about the language, about, the Cambodian heritage. So I commend them for doing that because that's exactly what I did.
Right.
So.
Okay, that sounds good. Before we let you go, do you have any last messages or anything that you want to say to your fans, your listeners that are listening?
I just want to say Akun Chran, everybody, for supporting me and for showing me such unconditional love. It means so much to me that you guys are inspired by my story and accepting for who I am, for who I truly am, and allowing me to just embrace my authentic self and being patient with me as I learn how to speak more Khmer as I come to Cambodia. This is just my second time. The next time I come out here within the next 5 to 6 months, I will learn more. So
it's
just
great.
You wait.
That sounds good.
Yes.
So where can they get a hold of you? Do you have a Facebook page?
Oh, yes. You can find me. I actually have 2 Facebook pages. One page is actually kind of full, so that's why I kind of made another one. And it's just Pualina Yos. You can just spell it out. You'll see them both there. One, I'm wearing a white top. That one's the one that's full. And then the other one, I am wearing a scarf around my neck with like a green striped top. So you can add me on that, or if that one ends up being full too by accident, there's also an actual fan page
yes.
that you can go and like. So you can actually follow me on that too. And then on Instagram, it's just Paulina Yos. That's it. Yeah.
That's great.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. We understand
you.
you're leaving to back to Cambodia. I'm sorry, back to America.
Yeah, I'm going back tomorrow. It's so quick. I've only been here for 3 weeks. It's crazy.
3 weeks.
Yeah. 3 weeks doesn't feel like it's enough, but that's why I'm coming back.
That's good.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Remy.
All right. Thank you, Paulina.
Thank you.
You listen to Radio 1, and we're out.